Welcome everybody to the Meet Damien channel. I am Damien, and today we're going to be talking about Nvidia's earnings release. We're going to be talking about how Donald Trump might be considering a crypto-friendly lawyer for the SEC chairman role. And we'll also be talking about Bitcoin making new all-time highs again for another solid day in the markets here. But let's first get started here with Nvidia. Okay. Let's see what their earnings release had to say today. Okay. So Nvidia, this article is coming from CNBC. Nvidia nearly doubled their revenue on strong AI demand. The headline reads, revenue continues to surge at Nvidia, rising 94% on an annual basis during the quarter that ended on October 27th. Nvidia reported third quarter earnings that beat expectations for sales and earnings, delivering a better than expected forecast for the current quarter. The results show that Nvidia is continuing to grow quickly while the demand for its powerful AI chips remain high. However, shares did fall about 2% in extended trading, after hours trading here. Revenue came in at $35.08 billion here. Versus the $33 billion that they were expecting, and earnings per share was better than expected. Came in at 81 cents versus what they were expecting at 75 cents per share. Nvidia says that it expects about $37.5 billion plus or minus 2% in the current quarter sales that they're in right now, versus the $37 billion that the analysts were expecting earlier this year. The fourth quarter forecast implies year-to-year growth of about 70% from a year earlier ago, a slowdown from the 265% annual growth in the same period. So Nvidia's earnings is starting to slow down just a little bit. That's probably why their stock is not doing so well after hours, but it's still a pretty solid company. Okay, revenues continue to surge at Nvidia, rising about 94% on an annual basis during the quarter ended on October 27th. That's still a consecutive slowdown from the previous quarters when sales rose 122%, 262%, and 265% respectively in the last three quarters here. Nvidia has been the primary beneficiary of the ongoing artificial intelligence boom. Shares have tripled so far in 2024, making it the most valuable publicly traded company in the world. You guys can read up more about Nvidia, but Nvidia reported a pretty solid quarter, but it looks like it wasn't good enough for investors to send the stock up higher than what it is already. You guys can take a look here. I'll show you my TikTok streamers here what we're looking at. Let me just go ahead and flip the camera. So we are looking at Nvidia, and we'll take a look at what Nvidia did on the chart here. You can see that Nvidia is currently trading at $145.89 here on TradingView. Looks like this blue line is showing that was the last trade, but right now that blue number right there is saying that Nvidia is trading at about $143.50 after hours trading going on today. And this is what we have for Nvidia stock so far. Let me just zoom out a little bit here. So Nvidia's stock looks like it's this is the 50-minute, but let me zoom out here to the daily chart here. We can get a better idea of what we're looking at here. Nvidia has been making higher highs and higher lows, indicating a bullish trend for like the last 3 months here. So September 6th was the last most recent significant low that it made, when it was about $100.95. And I think that was because of the bad news about the Middle East and Israel and Iran. Sent the stock down lower. But that was basically a double bottom right there, which then sent the stock higher. And it looks like we're continuing to go higher here for Nvidia. But I would expect Nvidia probably to trade sideways in the near term future, since their earnings is starting to not be as spectacular as they used to be. They're becoming a victim of the law of large numbers here. Nvidia is it's hard to beat out your outstanding quarters and years that you've had in prior, because basically you have to keep on doubling your revenue and then also doubling your earnings. And they have doubled their revenue from like a year ago, but they haven't been able to double their revenue from like a quarter ago, which they've done in quarters past, doubling the money that they made in the previous quarter. Nvidia probably goes sideways, a little bit higher. Uh, just get rid of this red support line. That's no longer needed here. We have the 200 moving average here, the 200-day moving average at 108. Okay, and that one's creeping up higher. It's still in a bull trend. Okay, we don't know what might happen next as far as any news-driven catalyst that might send the stock higher. We would have to see them start earning more money in order for them to maybe get more sign for them to earn more money, and that could knock up higher. But I wouldn't really count Nvidia out, and I wouldn't be shorting the stock either, because they are making money. They are making money. Maybe not as fast as some investors and analysts would like them to make. I mean, it's been a good solid couple of years now of them just making money hand over fist. I would expect Nvidia to go sideways here. If I dig a little bit deeper into the charts here, the RSI is in neutral territory. We have about a 57. Actually, wait. Yeah, about 57.45 on the RSI for the daily chart on Nvidia. That's considered neutral territory. It's not overbought or oversold. It just looks like a solid bull trend to me. I'm just gonna have to say it as is, because we're making higher lows and higher highs on the price, and we're also making higher lows here on the RSI. So it's just steady as it goes for Nvidia for the most part. There might be greener pastures out there, but I would not be short selling Nvidia. That's my take on Nvidia right there. Let's look at Bitcoin now. Okay, Bitcoin made all-time highs today again. Looking at the daily chart here, you can see that Bitcoin is currently trading at $94,150. That should be like right above my head for my YouTube live streamers. Yeah. Hello, Maccabees. Good to see you. Glad you made it onto the live stream here. If you have any requests for any stocks or crypto, go ahead and shoot away. Right now, we're looking at Bitcoin. So yeah, right now, Bitcoin currently trading at 94,100. As I try to zoom in here a little bit, you can see I got some previous chart work in here. Bitcoin is in this blue ascending channel, and with that blue ascending channel, I mean, we're just going to keep on rising in this channel, in this rising channel, until we either break out to the upside or break down to the downside. Looks like every time we try to break down to the downside, we get pushed back up again into this channel. So looks like Bitcoin is respecting that channel for the most part. It was creating what I saw was an ascending triangle as well. And we did get a breakout out of that ascending triangle. Okay. And if we were to continue on that breakout, my price target for Bitcoin is about $96,000, which we're about a couple $1,000s shy of. Okay. That is my short-term target on Bitcoin. But if we measure the move of this ascending triangle here, okay, and I take this, this measured move from the bottom to the top of the triangle, and I put it to like where we're getting the breakout over here at $94,000, you can see that the long-term target for Bitcoin is about $102,000. We have $102,000 Bitcoin probably coming up next in the next week or two here. If I just zoom in onto the 15-minute chart here, you can see how well Bitcoin's been respecting this ascending channel that it's in. Okay, sometimes it does break out of that channel only for it to come back down again. When it comes back down again, it doesn't go below the channel. Okay, you can see that we have this blue heart line right here. Okay, that's the middle of the channel. Whenever you're in the middle of the channel, it's really tough to say if it's going to go up or down. If you're at the top of the channel, most likely that's the high that Bitcoin's going to be making before it starts to go down to lower prices here. So if you're at the top of the channel, it might be a good time to short Bitcoin when you're at the top of the channel. If you're a short-term day trader, don't be shorting Bitcoin in the long. Don't be doing like a swing trade of shorting Bitcoin, hoping it's going to go down to like $50,000 or $40,000 in the next couple of weeks here, because Bitcoin isn't a strong uptrend. Don't get me twisted here. Bitcoin isn't a strong bull trend, but if you're a day trader and you're shorting, which some of you might be, okay, when it gets to the top of this channel here, that might be the time for you to start shorting or start selling your long positions. And then when we get to the bottom of the channel here on Bitcoin, that's when you want to basically go long and actually buy Bitcoin. Okay. Right now we're at the top of the channel, and we're either waiting for us to break out to higher prices and get above this channel once and for all, like we kind of did back here on November 13th. Okay, which was like last Wednesday. But if we don't get that breakout of the channel, then expect to come back down again, either to the middle of the heart line right here, or maybe you can probably buy some Bitcoin here at the bottom of the channel. Yeah, Bitcoin has touched the bottom of the channel a few times already. It might do that one more time here going into Thursday and Friday. So be careful if you're a short-term bull here. You might get another nasty surprise to the downside here, but expect Bitcoin to respect. Basically, I expect Bitcoin to stay above the $92,000 level going forward, at least for like the next week here. That might be the lowest price you might be able to get Bitcoin at before Bitcoin starts going back up again to higher prices here. And like I said, if we keep respecting this channel, I mean, all you have to do is just extend the channel a little bit longer, and you're going to eventually see $96,000, $97,000, $98,000 Bitcoin. You might even see $100,000 Bitcoin here in the future here. Okay. But since we're on the topic of Bitcoin, let me show you the news for today. That's pretty exciting. This is from coming from Donald Trump. Okay. They're saying here on CoinDesk, the news article, they're saying here that Trump is said to consider the crypto lawyer, Teresa Goody Gillian, I hope I'm saying that right, to be the head of the SEC, Security and Exchange Commission in the United States here. She's a former SEC attorney who now represents blockchain companies, and she would be an instant game changer, according to one of the project founders here. So it looks like Donald Trump might be considering a crypto-friendly SEC chairman and somebody who's already worked at the SEC. So it wouldn't be anything quite out of the ordinary. Her name is Teresa Goody Gillian. I believe that's how it's said. And yeah, I mean, you can read more about this article coming from CoinDesk. But they're basically saying that the Trump team is trying to find, crypto-friendly people who are not bureaucrats, who are going to overhaul the SEC with a light touch on regulation. Okay, that's what they're saying. President-elect Trump is seeking a pro-crypto non-bureaucrat to change the SEC here. All right, that's a little video of her. I think there's a picture of her. Yep. So this is what she looks like. And they just have more good things to say about her, that she has a clear understanding of the laws, has a clear understanding of the way the SEC works. So she'd be a really good fit if Trump decides to make her the SEC chairman. Okay. And this is also news to me here. It seems like Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has met with Trump to help discuss who who the personnel appointments should be for the SEC. That's very interesting. Okay. If Gillian gets nominated, she would be replacing SEC Chairman Gary Gensler, who began referring to his job in the past tense last week and is expected to step down before Trump's inauguration on January 20th. They say that SEC chairmen customarily resign during the transition to a new administration. On the campaign trail, Trump vowed to fire. Donald Trump has said that he would fire Gary Gensler on the first day of his presidency. So Gary Gensler is most likely gone, and this woman right here, uh, her name being Teresa Goody Gillian, she might be the new SEC chairman. This is who's in the running for SEC chairman, and she's crypto friendly. Guys, if you're enjoying this information that I'm sharing with you and you feel like you're getting some good value out of this video, go ahead and click that like button, smash that like button. Show me that you appreciate this channel as much as you can. I appreciate all the likes that I get. Just trying to share the good news out there. Looks like we have more good news coming in for cryptocurrencies here. Looks like Donald Trump is going to try to get a crypto-friendly person to head the SEC. So we shouldn't be getting any more lawsuits. Thank God. All right. So that's my bit of news there for for Bitcoin, okay, and Donald Trump. Let's take a look. We're going to take a look at CoinMarketCap.com. We'll take a look at CoinMarketCap.com to find out what's going on in cryptocurrency world. We'll take a look at the prices here real quick. So this is CoinMarketCap.com. See, Bitcoin's currently trading at $94,139. Ethereum's trading at $3,071. Solana at $235. BNB 609. XRP 111. Dogecoin 37 cents. Cardano 81 cents. Tron 19 cents. Shiba Inu at 24.01. AVAX $33.88. Toncoin 531. Sui at $3.55. Chainlink at $14.35. Bitcoin Cash $444. Shop seller market. Get it in before it's too late. Of course, you got to get into crypto. You got to be in it to win it. If you're not in it, there's no chance of you to win it. You got to be in crypto to make money. And you got to be in it for, at least a significant amount of time. You can't just expect to be in it and win it, the same day. Cryptocurrencies should be long-term investments here. Bitcoin is one of the best long-term investment you can get into in crypto world, because Bitcoin just keeps making new all-time highs, starting at $1 and now at $94,000, and it just keeps creeping up higher. And the total market cap for Bitcoin is at $1.8 trillion. There's now more money in Bitcoin than there is in the amount of money in silver all throughout the world. Okay. And the total market cap of all the crypto in the world is at $3.1 trillion there. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'll zoom in a little bit. $3.1 trillion. Okay. So yeah, of course, you guys got to get in it before it's too late. Like Shop Seller was saying. Guys, if you have any stocks or cryptos you want to talk about, go ahead and shoot away. Let me know which one you want me to talk about next. See what my YouTube streamers are saying here. Just listening for now. Okay. Let's look at the notable gainers for today in crypto world. Who had a really good day today? Looks like Cardano up 11.4%. Okay. Cardano is the top gainer out of the top 100 cryptos all throughout the world here. Floki then comes up next at 8.8%. Then Stellar XLM, which is kind of related to Ripple, They're like an offshoot, kind of like Ripple's little sister company, right? Stellar is up 8.69%. Then you have Kronos, which is related to Crypto.com. They're up 7.5%. Unus, Leo, at 6.55%. Then you got Aptos at 3.2% and Pith at 2.5%. Radium, which is a Solana DEX, Solana Decentralized Exchange, they're up 2.41% today. Let's look at Cardano, since Cardano's having a pretty good day today. Cardano, for those who don't know, at 81 cents. The past 7 days here, it's up 40%. Cardano's had a good week so far. And let's see, this past year, Cardano is up. You would have doubled your money with Cardano. You're up 112% if you bought a year ago. Cardano used to be 35 cents about a year ago. Cardano had a pretty rough, bad summer, just like a lot of cryptos did this summer of 2024, where we just went sideways and downwards. Cardano was at like roughly 33 cents. So you could have got lucky if you bought Cardano at like, even like on November 5th during election day, you could have got Cardano at 35 cents, but now Cardano's at 81 cents. Might be time to be taking profit if you're a short-term trader. If you're a long-term trader, you can just sit there, sit tight and be fine, because Cardano has been at higher prices. We have seen like a $2 Cardano back in like 2021. And I think even got as high as like $3. Yeah, almost $3 here in August of 2021. But let's see if I can pull up any more information here on the trading view chart here. So if I type in Cardano here, Cardano currently trading at 81 cents. Looking at the 15-minute chart here. Let's zoom out to the daily chart here. Yep, you see I've done some previous chart work here. Cardano needs to stay above 45 cents, which I think is doing very nicely as we speak. That is an area of support that Cardano needs to stay above. As long as Cardano is above 45 cents, we're bullish on Cardano. But I have a Fibonacci tool here where we can do some Fibonacci analysis and we can find out what the next level might be for Cardano. Okay, so Cardano's currently at 81 cents. We do have the 1618, which says that Cardano could get up to like $1.13 here. Let me just zoom in a little bit here. We could see $1.13 Cardano in the near future here, and then we could possibly see $1.65 at the 2.618 level. Let's see if those levels correspond to any price supporting action here. Yeah, I do see like even at like $1.30 for Cardano might be another area of resistance for Cardano, which is smack dab between $1.13 and $1.65. So once we get past $1.13 on Cardano, I'm expecting it to kind of like chill out, and maybe it'll continue going up, but maybe not as fast as it's done the last couple of weeks here. Thanks, guys, for the for following me and subscribing. I appreciate the subscriptions. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're new to the TikTok, go ahead and click that follow button. Maccabees, you want to talk about Dogecoin? Okay, we got Dogecoin coming up next. Taking your requests. Guys, if you have any more requests besides Dogecoin, shoot away. All right. So here we are looking at Dogecoin. Let me just clean this chart up a little bit, zoom out a little bit. And I'll get rid of the moving averages for now. So what Dogecoin did was Dogecoin was in like this this falling wedge for like the longest time, all throughout March and summer of 2024. Okay. And the way you you measure these measured moves here is that, you know, you take that from the bottom of the flagpole to the top of the flagpole here, and you take it to where Dogecoin was going to break out at, and Dogecoin has, you know, Dogecoin was supposed to have a target of 23 cents, which we completely blew away. Okay, and now here we are at 37 cents here for Dogecoin. And where can we go next? Where could we go next on Dogecoin? I'm gonna do a Fibonacci analysis here for you. Okay. We'll take basically from the level here at like 11 cents up to the high that we made at 43 cents here. And I'll do a quick Fibonacci analysis on that. So from 43 all the way down to like 11 cents. Okay. And that tells us where we might go next on Dogecoin here. The 1.618 level says that we could see a 63 cent Dogecoin here in the future. Okay. And then if we decide to go higher than that, then we have a 2.618 fib extension level of about 96 cents. So yeah, that's roughly about $1. Okay. We'll just say that there's a possibility that Dogecoin could go to $1. And it could probably do that pretty fast, guys. I mean, it went from 11 cents to 37, 40 cents in like no time here. Okay. Yeah, let me pull up the Dogecoin chart for Binance here because it has more information. Just looking back here, okay, we do have some price support levels here at 26 cents, which we've already blown past already. All right. The next level I can see for Dogecoin with price support action would be probably at the 48 cent level, which is only 10 cents away. But then after that, I mean, it's just exponential. Like I said, we could probably see 66 cents on Dogecoin. Dogecoin did get as high as about 74 cents on May 8th, 2021. So that is the ultimate all-time high for Dogecoin, which we might see here in the near future. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back to 2024 over here, or go forward towards 2024. So yeah, I'll just do that Fibonacci analysis one more time here. Measuring from 44 down to 11 cents. So yeah, I'm expecting Dogecoin to get up to like 64 cents here in the near future. And then after that, I'm expecting about a $1 Doge sometime in 2025. All right. I'm trying to see if there's any more requests here. Yeah, that would be nice to see Dogecoin at $1. I see that in 2025, especially if Bitcoin keeps going to 100 grand and higher. You'll see Dogecoin follow along. Dogecoin is like the pet dog for Bitcoin. It follows it very loyally. Whatever Bitcoin does, Dogecoin is going to do next. Let's see if there's any other popular meme coins we could talk about here. Dogecoin did pretty well. Bonk, right? Bonk is another popular cryptocurrency that's related to dogs here. And Bonk is making new all-time highs. I can tell you that. Bonk is currently at 5,073 here. And what is Bonk doing? Okay, so Bonk came out back in like December of 2023 here. And, it made a high back in March of 2024 when we got as high as like 4,750. And then it was just another lower high here in May of 2024, and then another lower high here in July of 2024. But it wasn't until like right after the election, right after Donald Trump got elected, that Bonk decided to shoot up in price. And now here we are. Bonk is at 5,065. Now, how high could Bonk possibly go? We'll do the Fibonacci analysis again because that's all you really can do because we never been this high before, so we don't know like We don't really, we don't really, it's really hard to discover, it's really hard to figure out what the next price might be unless you're doing Fibonacci analysis. Okay. And the Fibonacci level could probably tell us where Bonk could go next. So the 1.618 on Bonk, that fib extension says that Bonk could get up to like 82.59, 8,259 as a short-term price target. Then the long-term price target for Bonk would be about the 2.618 fib extension, where we could see a 12,352 Bonk. So you're basically going to double your money. And that might happen like in 2025. And then it gets even more ridiculous as you go to like the 3618 has a bonk at 16,000, and then a 4.236 extension has bonk at like 18,976. So that could be a 4x or a 5x on bonk. But yeah, that's all you really can do. Once these cryptocurrencies go to all-time highs and they enter what we call price discovery mode, there's really no way to analyze them besides using Fibonacci analysis and doing fib extensions. Because we don't have anything like a price to earnings. We don't have like a balance sheet to look at or an earnings report. We don't have like, I mean, we can look at transaction volumes and how many transactions these cryptos are doing to give us some metrics, but that's pretty much it. I mean, we don't really have an earnings report to look at like you would with a stock. But the same thing can be said about the US dollar. Like the US dollar, there's no earnings report for the US dollar, and that's a currency. What is the price to earnings on the Japanese yen? Like we don't have anything to go off of. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys have another cryptocurrency you want to talk about, shoot away. We just talked about Bonk because we just got done talking about Doge, and Doge and Bonk are kicking butt right now these past couple of weeks here. If I go back to our coin market, you can see which ones have done the best the past 7 days here. And Mantra is one that went up 175% in the last 7 days here. Then you got Hedera H-Bar up 107% the past week. Stellar up 103% the past week. XRP up 61.38% this past week. Okay, Enchain's talking about what about Shiba? Well, I just want to show you guys that, these cryptocurrencies like Bonk and Cardano, they're also up about 41% this week. Shiba Inu hasn't really been making any splashes or waves. I feel like Shiba Inu is going to have its day in the sun, though. Okay, don't count Shiba Inu out just yet. But if I go back and I show you like why it's hard to get Shiba Inu to move in price here, it's because Shiba Inu is already a top 11 cryptocurrency out there. Shiba Inu already has like $14 billion in market cap, which doesn't mean it can't go higher than that because, Dogecoin has like $55 billion, right? Or Dogecoin has $55 billion in market cap. Maybe if the same kind of money that's in Dogecoin goes into Shiba Inu, you would have a Shiba Inu that would 5x from where it is right now. Okay. But yeah, we'll look at the charts on Shiba Inu since you brought it up. And I'll do a fib analysis on Shiba Inu as well, since we're using Fibonacci tools here. So yeah, Shiba Inu currently trading at 2409 or 2410 here. Shiba Inu has seen better days. Going back to like March of 2024, Shiba Inu was as high as trying to get the number there, 45.75. Okay, was the high that it made back in March of 2024. So if Shiba Inu can get back to where it was, 8 months ago, you could get a Shiba Inu that would basically double your money. But just looking at this fib extension analysis right here, if Shiba Inu can get to the 1618, then we could see a Shiba Inu as high as almost 7,000. Okay, and then if Shiba Inu climbs higher than that, if it can get up to the 4.236, then you can see a Shiba Inu of 16,528, which would probably put it at the same level as Bonk. If Bonk can do a 4x from where it is right now, then Shiba Inu could probably do a 4x. It looks like it would actually be an 8x at the price that Shiba Inu is at right now. So Shiba Inu, don't count it out. It will have its day in the sun, just like these other cryptos are having. It's just that Shiba Inu is just not getting that love and attention right now, like Bonk, and some of these other cryptos have. Bonk, I think, is getting a lot of love and attention just for being a Solana meme coin. A lot of the other Solana meme coins in the Solana ecosystem have done some pretty sick gains this past week, like Peanut the Squirrel. So I think that's bringing more attention to these Solana meme coins. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody that bought Peanut the Squirrel and made a crap ton of money, then took that money and put it into a Bonk, thinking that was the next place to make money and a pretty solid stable coin. So I see if there's any more requests here. Guys, I can also talk about stocks too if you want me to talk about stocks. We did talk about Nvidia in the earnings release that they had earlier this in this live stream. We were talking about Nvidia. Nvidia had a pretty decent quarter, but it seemed like it wasn't good enough for investors to actually send the price higher after hours. I can take a look at Nvidia one more time here. Yeah, it looks like Nvidia is currently trading at $144 in the after hours trading that we got going on here. So it's about $1 less than what it settled at earlier in the day here. But I wouldn't be short selling I wouldn't be short selling Nvidia here because this thing is on an uptrend. All it takes is for some more good news about Nvidia making more chips for another company, and it's just going to send the stock higher, not lower. You see, you got a nice uptrend on Nvidia. Look at this, all the way from like January till now. Yeah. So nice. You've been winning on Nvidia all year long if you've been invested in Nvidia. NVDA. Probably the best stock to be in if you're in the stock market. Oh, MicroStrategy. Yeah, we can talk about MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is another good stock that's related to cryptocurrencies here now. MicroStrategy invested in Bitcoin. They're borrowing money, and they're using that borrowed money to buy more Bitcoin. And oh my God, look at what it's done for the stock so far. You're looking at a $473 MicroStrategy, up 10% today. And I think MicroStrategy is also entering like price discovery here. I don't think MicroStrategy's never been this high all throughout the history of the company. The company is involved in computers, but they started buying Bitcoin to like increase the value of their company. And by God, it worked like a pretty genius move here. MicroStrategy was as high as like $333 on March of 2000, right? About 24 years ago, 25 years ago. And it's been doing nothing ever since until they started buying Bitcoin. I think they started buying Bitcoin in like 2021 or 2020, and that caused their stock to go up a little bit. Okay, then they started doubling down on their Bitcoin during the bear market, and then MicroStrategy bought more Bitcoin all throughout 2023 and 2024. And by God, look what it's doing to the price of the stock. Just this month alone, it's up 93%. You could have bought MicroStrategy a month ago, and you would have doubled your money now. You would have doubled your money in 1 month's time just owning this stock, MicroStrategy. So with MicroStrategy being in price discovery zone, just like Bitcoin and some of these other high flying cryptos, right? The only thing you can do to like analyze this, unless you can look at earnings report and looking at their balance sheet, the only way you can analyze this company is to like do some Fibonacci analysis here, which I'm going to do for you guys. Okay. And let's see, it got as high as 504. Jeez. And we'll take it down to like where we were in September here, where we at about $31. Oh my God. That's unbelievable. And it's saying that the 1618 fib extension level for MicroStrategy is at almost $800. You could see an $800 MicroStrategy in the near future here. And let's see, it's probably going to get even more ridiculous than that. Because if the 2618 extension level says that MicroStrategy could be as high as about $1,200, $1,269. Yeah, they're gonna make a lot of money. MicroStrategy gonna make a lot, especially if Bitcoin keeps going up. If Bitcoin doubles in price right now, Jesus, all that money, all that Bitcoin that they bought on their balance sheet, they have billions of dollars of Bitcoin right now, which is going to turn into even more billions of dollars as Bitcoin goes up in price here. And what some people are saying that Bitcoin could go up to $1 million at some point. Maybe not in the next 4 years, but maybe by like, I don't know, maybe by 2030 or sometime after 2030. Guys, I want you guys to tell me in the comments and in the live stream here, how high do you think Bitcoin's going to go by this time next year, November 20th of next year? How high do you guys think it will go? How high do you guys think Bitcoin will go in this bull cycle that we're in? Eventually, it's going to come down at some point, but like, how high do you guys think it will go before it starts going down significantly? I think a $200,000 Bitcoin is in the cards here. Trying to see if you guys click the like button if you think Bitcoin is going to $200,000, and if you think it's going to go higher than that, leave a comment. Tell us how high you think it'll actually go. I've heard there's some stories out there that there's some countries that are buying Bitcoin right now, and they're doing it quietly. Let me see if I can find the news article here. I know El Salvador was a country that bought Bitcoin at one point. Countries to adopt Bitcoin. Switzerland, no. I want more countries that are buying Bitcoin. Countries buying Bitcoin. Bhutan. Okay. Germany. Switzerland, Mexico, Egypt. But I want a news article here. Let's see. So they're saying here that Bhutan and El Salvador, they've seen their Bitcoin holdings soar beyond $1 billion and $500 million respectively, because they actually own Bitcoin. And the United States is considering creating their own Bitcoin reserve, a strategic Bitcoin reserve. But we don't know which country is actually doing it besides El Salvador and Bhutan, and possibly the United States here. Let's see. If I type in country secretly buy, Because I've seen this news article somewhere that there's some countries that are doing it, but they're not telling anybody. Okay, so here we go. Edward Snowden says that there's a country that's buying Bitcoin right now. Thanks, Nchain, for following. I appreciate the follow. You can find me on YouTube and also subscribe there if you want to too. Uh, I have a YouTube channel as well. Appreciate the follow though. All right, so this is Edward Snowden, and he's predicting that national governments will be buying Bitcoin. He said that somebody's secretly buying it. Well, how long ago was this article coming out? Oh, this was back in February 2024. Okay. I don't know why this country hasn't said that, that they bought Bitcoin. The only ones that we do know that are doing it is like El Salvador. But somebody is out there buying Bitcoin. A big country. I'm sorry, not a big country, but a country is buying Bitcoin right now, and they're keeping the price from going down. They're preventing the price from going down. All right, let's see. I want to see if there's any more news here. Trump cites China capital involved to create Bitcoins. Edward Snowden response in which government is covertly. Yeah, so they don't really say. They don't really say, but they're saying that possibly Turkey, the country of Turkey, could possibly be buying Bitcoin to shore up their currency. I know El Salvador is happy that they bought Bitcoin. Hmm. Okay. Bhutan is the fifth largest Bitcoin holder. They hold over 13,000 Bitcoin. Let's take a look at that news article here. They have a Bitcoin stash of about 13,000 Bitcoin. It's a tiny kingdom that's in the Himalayan mountains here. And this news article was back in September of 2024. They have about roughly $755 million of Bitcoin. That's probably worth $1 billion now because of Bitcoin price. This article came out 2 months ago, and Bitcoin price has gone up significantly since then. But yeah, there are countries out there buying Bitcoin, and they're trying to keep it on the wraps because they don't want the price to get too out of hand. Let's see, guys. I think I'm gonna make that the end of this video here. I appreciate you coming on to the channel here. Unless I get another request here, I'm gonna pretty much make that the end of the video here. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can find out more news-driven information about Bitcoin and crypto and stocks here. I'm over here trying to build up this community here, and I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel if you're new to the channel, and I appreciate you guys hitting the like button. So that's going to be it for today's stream here. Guys, I plan on doing another stream on Friday. It's going to be focused on stocks. Some of the stocks I did pretty well this past week. And we will talk about whatever stocks you guys want to talk about. But we can also talk about crypto as well. Doing a little bit of both. but it's going to be mainly a stock focused video on Friday. And that's going to be Friday at 5 p.m. East Coast time. Until then, I hope you guys have as much success, and I hope you guys are able to trade and invest with more confidence in these markets after analyzing these stocks and cryptos with me. Take care, guys.